Okay, guys, today we will be doing Dragon Masters Part 1, Rise of the Earth Dragon.
On my agenda, what time are we? Shush me. What time are we going to your sister's tomorrow?
I think she said around dinner time she wants to do it.
To the castle.
I was gonna.
Drake didn't see the king's soldier coming. He was busy digging in the onion patch. He pulled out a fat white onion. A worm crawled onto it. Drake didn't mind the worm.
That's what you're doing with your screen time?
He had the son of a farmer. His family had been growing onions in the kingdom of Bracken forever. He would spend his life digging up onions, whether he wanted to or not. Drake picked up the worm. "Hello, little guy," he said, and he put the worm back in the dirt. "Are you Drake?" a loud voice said behind him. Drake jumped up and turned around. One of the king's soldiers rode up on a black horse. He had a yellow beard. His shirt had a gold dragon sewn on it, symbol of the king's royal, Ronald the Bold. Bold. "Yes, I'm Drake," Drake said, his voice shaking. Soldiers never came to the field, not unless a farmer was in trouble. Soldier rode up to Drake. He reached down and pulled him up onto his horse. "Hey, what are you doing?" Drake yelled. Drake's mother ran out of their hut. "Wait! Where are you taking my boy?" she yelled. "To King Ronald," the soldier said. Drake's heart jumped a little. He had always wanted to meet the king. "But he's only 8, his mother yelled. She marched up to the horse. "The king has chosen him," the soldier said. "Chosen me for what?" Drake wondered. He knew better than to ask the soldier questions. Peasants like Drake weren't allowed to speak unless spoken to. "The king will take good care of him," the soldier spurted on the horse and speeded off. "Drake, do as the king says," his mother called out. Drake had never been on a horse before. He held on tight. Drake's heart pumped fast as they raced through the village. They raced over the stone bridge. Finally, they stopped in front of King Ronald's castle. The soldiers helped Drake climb down from the horse. He opened the castle door and gave Drake a shove. They passed paintings and statues and people in fancy clothes. The soldiers stomped behind Drake as they walked through the hills. Drake wanted to look at everything. The soldier gave him a push whenever he slowed down. Then they came to some stairs. They walked down, down, down. The soldier stopped at the door. "Where are we going?" Drake finally asked. "We are not going anywhere," the soldier said. "Good luck." Then he ran back up to the stairs. "Hey, what do you mean?" Drake yelled, but he was all alone. Drake looked at the big stone door. He felt afraid, but more than that, he was curious. He pushed it open and saw the face of a giant red dragon. Drake blinked. He didn't believe his eyes. Then, whoosh, the dragon shot a huge fireball from his mouth. Chapter 2, The Dragonstone. Drake drove away from the door. The fireball just missed him. "Falcom, stand down," he heard someone yell. Drake stood up. A red-haired girl was standing in the doorway. "No more fireballs," she yelled at the dragon. He had shiny red scales and a long, thick tail. 2 big wings grew out of his back. Dragons aren't real, thought Drake. But Drake could see the dragon, and he felt the heat from the fireball. A tall man walked past the girl. He had a long white beard. He wore a pointy hat and a dark green robe. "Welcome, Drake," the man said. "I am the king's wizard." Did he say wizard? Drake had so many questions. "Is that a dragon?" he asked. "It's not just a dragon," said the girl. "He's my dragon. Welcome is the best dragon in the kingdom." "Drake, meet Rory," Chris said. "Rory, please take Falcon away. All the others I won't be or shortly." "Others," Drake thought. Uncle sighed. "Fine. Let's go, Falcon." He led the dragon away. Then the wizard led Drake down a dark hill. "Why am I here, sir?" Drake asked. Griff didn't answer. He stopped in front of the door. Griff pointed at its brass lock. Sparks flew from his finger. The lock opened. Drake's eyes grew wide. "Wizard magic," he thought. He followed Griff into a room piled high with strange things. He saw bottles filled with colorful waters and powders. Griff picked up a wooden box. The box was carved with pictures of dragons. "This is why you are here," he said, opening the box. Drake peered inside. A green stone as big as his head glittered in the light. "The dragon stone told me you have the heart of a dragon," said the wizard. Tap Drake's chest. "It did?" Drake asked. His eyes got big. "Yes, and those with the heart of a dragon became dragon masters for King Ronald," Griff said. Drake had heard stories about the magical dragon stone, but he had never really believed they were real. Now all his questions came spilling out. "How does the stone know I have the heart of a dragon? And how did you find me? And what's a dragon master? And why does King Ronald want dragon masters?" "The stone is odd and mysterious," Griff said. "Even I do not fully understand its magic. The dragon master is able to connect with their dragons. As for the king, he is very fond of dragons, but he cannot control him. So Valcom isn't the only dragon?" Drake asked. Wizard grinned. "No, he is not." He handed Drake a green stone on a gold chain. "This is a piece of the dragon stone," he said. "It'll help connect with your dragon." Drake's heart jumped. "My dragon? I get a dragon?" he thought. He slipped stone into his pocket. "Be careful, Drake," the wizard warned. "Dragons are dangerous, and even the dragon stone can't protect you from their powers." "What powers?" Drake asked. The wizard led him anyway without another word. Chapter 3. More Dragons. Drake's mind was spinning as he left the wizard's workshop. He followed Griff to a big underground room. There were no windows. Torches hung on the walls. Drake saw Rory and Falcon. He also saw 2 more kids and 2 more dragons. "Drake, this is Bo," Griff said, pointing at a boy with black hair. "And his dragon is Shu." Bo was petting his dragon's tail. This dragon had shiny blue scales, but no wings. "Hi," Drake said. "Nice to meet you, Drake," the boy said politely. Griff led Drake over to a girl with long black hair. Her dragon had white scales. A yellow band of scales circled the dragon's neck. The tip of its wings were yellow too. "This is Anna and her dragon," Kapari, Griff said. Drake nodded. Hi, he said. We could use somebody new around here. Anna said with a grin. You have met the other dragon masters and their dragons. It's time for you to meet your dragon, Griff said. Drake's heart pounded. My family will never believe this, he thought. Just this morning I was digging onions. Now I have ridden a horse. I've met a wizard. I've seen a dragon, the Dragonstone, and I'm gonna have my own dragon? Oh, its very own dragon. He and the other dragon masters followed Griff down another dark hallway. The dragons sleep in caves where they're not training, Bo explained as they walked. Welcome's cave is the biggest, bragged Rory. Griff stopped in front of a small cave. Wooden bars covered the cave. Drake, meet your dragon, the wizard said. Chapter 4. Worm. Drake peered inside the dark cave. A dragon sat inside. Well, this creature kind of looks like a dragon, Drake thought. Dragon had brown scales that weren't shiny. He had 2 tiny wings. He had big green eyes and little ears. And he didn't have legs. He looked like a big snake. The only dragon-like thing about him seemed to be his long snout. Drake stepped up to the wooden bars. Hi, dragon. I'm Drake. The dragon didn't move. Put on the stone, Griff said. Drake slipped the green stone around his neck. He felt a tingly feeling all over his body. Right away, the dragon lifted his head. He stared at Drake with his big green eyes. Drake felt a strange chill. Let's step forward. You must name your dragon, he said. Rory piped up. Good luck naming him. He looks boring. How about Noodlehead? Anna asked with a giggle. Bo shook his head. No, this dragon needs a good name. Drake looked carefully at the dragon. He looked at his long brown body. Worm, he said. His name is Worm. That is a good name for an earth dragon, said Griff, opening the gate. Now, Drake, ask Worm to follow you. Okay, Drake said. Worm, please follow me. Worm crawled forward. Good work, said the wizard. Keep it up, Drake. Come on. Drake said, started to walk. Come on, Drake said, starting to walk down the hallway. Worm crawled after him. He really is a big, ugly worm, Rory said. Rory, be nice, said Anna. Drake did not say anything. Worm was like a big worm. Where are we going? He asked. To the training room, Griff replied. Yeah, said Rory. We'll see what you and your dragon are made of. Drake felt nervous. He touched his dragonstone. How am I supposed to train a dragon, he thought. What if I fail? What if I'm not a dragon master after all? Chapter 5. Do something! The training room was one big open space. Shields and long poles hung from the walls. Buckets held water and sand, and at one end of the room was a round target. Straw stuffing pockets out of its sides. Griff pointed at the target. Sparks flew from his finger, and a red bullseye showed upon the target. It's time for target practice, the wizard said. Me first, Roy called out. Welcome, come on. The red dragon stomped forward. Welcome, fire, Rory yelled. The dragon's orange eyes glowed, then 2 streams of fire shot from his nose. The streams twisted together. The fire hit the bullseye. Perfect, Rory cheered. Then the straw burst into flames. Drake jumped back. Good aim, said Greth. Bo, can you help put out the fire out? Yes, said Bo. He looked at his dragon. Shoo, he said simply. He didn't yell like Rory. Shoo shifted. Shoo swiftly crossed the room. Did her feet even touch the ground? Thundered Drake. Water, please, Shoo, Bo said. A stream of water sprayed out of the blue dragon's mouth. The fire sizzled. Water droplets danced in the air, lit up by torches. Kapari, rainbow time, Anna cried. Kapari glided across the room. Drake thought her white scales looked like jewels. A soft beam of light came out of Kapari's mouth. It grew wider and wider, and when it hit the water droplets, it made a rainbow. Wow, Drake said. Isn't that amazing? Asked Bo, and he smiled. Rory put her hands on her hips. Now let's see what Worm can do, she said. Drake felt nervous. He looked at Worm. Worm, are you ready? Drake asked. Worm stared back at him. I guess that means yes, Drake. Okay, Worm, fire. Drake jumped back, and his fire came out of Worm's mouth, but Worm just lay there. Not all dragons can shoot fire, said Bo. Drake nodded. Right, okay, Worm, water. But Worm did not shoot water. Ha, Roy laughed. I knew it. Worm can't do anything. Drake's cheeks grew hot with anger. He's just warming up, he said. Come on, Worm. Shoot light from your mouth. Still nothing. Can you call that a dragon? Worm said. Please, Worm, Drake whispered to his dragon. Do something. Worm just blinked. Do not worry, Drake. Getting to know your dragon takes time. Greth said target practice is over for the day. Let's go eat. Bo grabbed Drake's elbow. I hope you're hungry, Drake. The Dragon Masters get as much food as we want, said Bo. Drake was hungry, so this news made him feel a little better, but he had failed the training. How can I be a Dragon Master? How can I be a Dragon Master if my dragon won't do anything I ask it to do, he thought. I'm only an onion farmer. I don't belong here. Alright, well, that's gonna close off part 1. So, see you in part 2.